Walking along with your head in the clouds, headphones turned up way too loud. It's the kind of day you just roll along, looking for a vibe in your favorite song, with the radio on and the radio up. You know I'm singing loud cause we never give up. I've been feeling something calling me from way inside, so I pause, turn my gaze to the sky.
Walking along with your head to the ground, somewhere to be, no time to look around. People yelling, trucks roaring, overwhelmed with sound. Plugging in my headphones just to dim it down, with the radio on and the radio up. You know we're singing loud cause we never give up. I've been living in the fast lane for way too long. Time to slow it down, might be time to move on. Cause I know there's so much more to life than this. Remembering to give thanks each day we're blessed. And how can you make extraordinary things from an ordinary day? Staring at the sun, time has just begun. Arms as open as the sky. Maybe now it's time to fly from this ordinary day. Walking along with your head in the clouds, cause I know there's so much more to life than this. Remembering to give thanks each day we're blessed. And how can you make extraordinary things from an ordinary day? Staring at the sun, from this ordinary day. Oh, 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 oh.
Thank you, guys. It's not just an ordinary day today, is it?
Yeah, I think when we when we can really step into that, we can make every day extraordinary. Even when it seems like things are annoying or tedious or not going your way. So I had an idea to do a grounding meditation today where we're going to become a tree. So that seemed like really fun.
You want some music?
I would love some music, yeah.
Okay, I can do it for you.
How do you feel? I feel like you're still a little bit cut off there. Let's give a little more Lucy to the world. So as a tree, you can be any tree that you like, any tree that really feels resonant to you. I feel like I'm going to be a big, tall pine tree today. So get comfortable wherever you are. Start to begin to feel your feet really firmly on the ground. If you can put them on the ground, that's even better. But if not, just imagine they're pressing into the earth, going down, down, down into the cool, moist earth. Feel the strength here. Feel the energy of the earth that's supporting you with the nutrients, with the water, with all the life force from the earth coming up through your roots. And we're going to feel that, begin to feel up, to rise up your body like a glass of water that's getting filled. So we can feel that water, that earth support, all the life force and nutrients slowly raising up from your feet into your knees, up through your thighs and hips, into your waist, your chest, up through your shoulders, your neck, your head, and your arms. And slowly raise your arms up as you begin to feel your tree coming to life. As you begin to feel your limbs spreading out. Here you can feel the wind slowly moving you back and forth. This feels good as your tree body gets stretched and moved. You can feel your limbs starting to dance a little bit. All the while strongly rooted down into the earth, strongly rooted down into your feet, your roots that are holding you steadily here in place, that are giving you the life support to make your tree flourish. The tree may appear to be pretty still, but a tree is really housing thousands and thousands of living organisms, birds, squirrels, insects. There's a lot of life going on inside of a tree, just as there's a lot of life going on inside of you. You can put your arms down whenever you want. Just get comfortable. As we feel the sun's rays nourishing us, we feel our leaves, our needles, receiving the light of the sun and synthesizing that into nutrients and food and energy for us. So we begin to make that connection between the earth and the sun. And we start to draw that sun energy back down through us. Back down through our bodies. Through our head and our neck, our lungs, our spine, into our torso. We can feel the light of the sun touching all of our organs, coming down through our tree trunks, back into the earth. Remembering this is a mutual benefit. The sun is getting a way to connect with the earth through this tree. And the earth is getting a way to come up and connect with the sun through this tree. Your body is this vehicle of connection. From the earth to the sun, from the sun to the earth. I want you to just feel the strength of your tree and feel that strength merging, incorporating its energy into your physical human body. Feel that steadiness of the tree joining together wherever you're sitting or standing. And you can feel the roots of the tree begin to come back up as you slowly come back into your body, returning to your human self, but now infused with the energy and strength of the tree. Lift me up and plant me deep. My roots immersing one with thee. No gospel loans, no doctrine keeps this ancient love surrounding me. Lay down in the glory of all. Lay down in the glory of all. Rolling past earth and sky, so grateful for your sacred Christ. The river song, the thunders beat, ring out the call, remembering. Lay down in the glory of all. Lay down in the glory of all. Lay down in the glory of all. Rolling past earth and sky, so grateful for your sacred Christ. The river song, the thunders beat, ring out the call, remembering. Lay down in the glory of all. 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 Lay down in
lay down in the glory. My Savior comes always to me. Rise up from ground beneath.
Fill me up, my kindred soul. I break again, returning whole. Lay down in the glory of all. Lay down in the glory of all. My heart surrenders now. Lay down, lay down. Lift me up and plant me deep. My roots are love, it's love. I
It's so quiet. I can really trail the end of the piano off for such a long time. Thank you guys. That was called the Mother Song. And if you listened, you would have felt that it was all about the earth, grounding into the earth. And the story that goes along with this song is we were walking on the beach, barefoot, grounding, feeling the energy working with us, connected. And the inspiration came, this sound, oh, 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 oh. And that's how it started. And we got home. It was one of those really internal feelings, like rising up in us. And we got home, and I think it was like later that day or sometime really soon after, Sam just meditated and sort of channeled the message of Earth. And we were stuck after that. We had about 3 or 4 lines that we couldn't figure out. And what you channeled was genius, like beautiful stuff, right? But we were stumped at the end. And so we meditated with the earth and asked her to speak to us and say, help us understand what is the ultimate message of this song. And so in the meditation, it was a beautiful visual experience where like Earth presented herself as a floating planet above this lake. And she animated, came to life, and spoke and said, I am unconditional love. And that's not what I was thinking at the time, because, at that time, there were all the kinds of earthquakes and hurricanes going on. It was a few years ago. And she said, I am only love. And I was like, well, a lot of people might believe differently right now. Their houses are destroyed, their lives are ruined, as some people would say. And she said, I am a body of love. And as a body of love, I will constantly rebalance to make sure that I'm sustaining a life. And so love, I'm seeing this unconditional love field throughout the earth right now. And the balancing is like your body would do if there was an imbalance, like you have a virus. Some cells go over here, attack the virus, they clean up things, and then they disperse. So whatever Mother Earth does to keep herself in balance, I may not know exactly what she's doing, but I do feel that love.
Mm.
And so that helped us nail the last two lines and get the song completely in flow. Because the message was, I am love, share this message. And if you think about it, we're supported every single day by the earth. We can wake up and trust that when we take a step down, it's going to hold us up.
Yeah.
It's kind of a radical
It's very
thought,
physical,
right?
real way to experience that.
Yeah. So the word ground was what we were given this morning as our inspiration for this message. So I actually want to ask, like, what is grounding? You know, I don't know, you hear people say, oh, you need to ground. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, in fact, okay, let's be real. I'm the one they always say that to. Oh, you need to ground. I'm like, boring. Everybody tells me I need to ground. What does this mean? You know, I think it has several meanings. But when I did a little brief tune in on it this morning, grounding is remembering who we are, what we're made of, and what we are. Okay, so take those three things in for a minute. Who we are, what we're made of, and what we are. We are the earth. This will become earth again. This bone, this skin, it's a fact. If I'm burnt to ashes or if I decay in the ground with the worms, either way, this physical vehicle becomes earth again. Who am I? I am more than this body. We started off with that message in the first Music and a Message. If I am more than this body, then when this body decays, I still am. Simple. I love that. So grounding allows me to remember that. And who we are is that, what we are, and remembering our earth connection. So if this body is made of earth, then earth must be important. I think it gets dismissed because we all just run around and do life all over the planet. And most cultures aren't brought into an awareness of a reciprocity in relationship to the earth. And whether or not you are brought into this awareness in your life, it's happening. And so I think when people say ground, we're getting a moment to access that remembering on a level that is nourishing to our bodies, whether or not our minds know it. Our minds don't have to know it for it to be working. It works. We are in a reciprocal relationship with this planet. And so grounding allows us to have an activation of ancient memories that's stored in our bodies. We are earth. It is earth. So when I ground, what does it feel like? And chime in if you have an experience, but basically instantaneously, like what Sam just led us through, when my roots go down, you know, sometimes I envision just like my column of light, that's my favorite visual lately, just shooting right down through my tailbone, through the center bottom of me into the earth. And sometimes I feel it going right through my feet. Either way, it works. And what I feel instantly in my body, it goes like this. It's kind of just an almost like, oh yeah. You know, like when you remember something, like you're like, oh my gosh, I had to bake this cake for her. Oh no, it's already 3:00. I'll never get the cake. And then you remember, oh, my friend is baking the cake. I forgot. That's right. And you have that, that's what happens when you ground. You feel the energy connection, and then your body, not your mind, but your body remembers, oh yeah, I got this. I'm connected. I'm supported by this. And it just happens on a non-mental level. The words I'm giving it right now are not even close to what your body's actually experiencing, but it's the best I think English can do at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like I usually experience like a discharge of energy. Like if I have a little more built up in me, you could look at it as like I don't know, too much static electricity in something. It's kind of like bzzz,
Right.
and all the little hairs are going out. And when you ground that energy, it just
I like that.
brings you back.
Totally.
You kind of like, okay, you remember to center. You remember that feeling that I don't need to be all with all my little hairs
And
out.
it feels like what you just described and what I described, it's different words for what the same thing that's going on in the body.
Yeah.
Because it's like a discharge. It's like an
Mm-hmm.
So How grounded do you feel after the meditation? Pretty good, right?
I feel pretty good.
I'm just going to throw some other ideas out there just for your mind to play with as far as grounding goes. We have been exploring grounding quite a bit this week. And so some new ways to ground have opened up. So one way is seeing a lot of roots, like Sam. I love that one because I instantly almost feel like the nourishment of like bringing in the water and the nutrients. I kind of feel that when I do roots. So that's a really powerful one. Another one is the whole, which you visualize your column of light being pretty wide, maybe the size of your whole torso, and then seeing that open up a hole in the ground and your energy just go right down into it, nice and wide, not a little thin thread, right, but a wide tunnel almost. Now this part is the kicker. Dive down with your energy and just imagine going to the center of the earth, to a space that's uniquely yours. When I did this the first time, I saw what I heard was the crystal garden. And it was this lush green underground space, but light was there. I don't know how. With giant crystals, like big quartzes laying over here of all colors, pink, yellow, clear. And they were just kind of laying all over the place on the grass. It was like so amazing. So if you find a little location that feels like your own, it can help a quicker access, in the future. Just play with that. And one more way that I really love is ground every cell of your body. Okay, so just play with this visual for a second. You got a lot of cells, right? Imagine all of this. Let's just do a hand. Okay, take a hand and imagine all the cells in this hand, maybe from your wrist down. You know how all cells have like a nucleus and all this stuff in them. Picture like the nucleus of each cell shooting a line down into the earth. And like, I don't know, there's probably a couple million just in your hand because there are trillions in your body, So, all right. And then picture that and just, so that's the idea, but do it with your whole body. And instantly I'm like,
I like that one too.
It's so different than the roots feeling, right?
Yeah. Ground every trillions of cells in your body.
Trillions of cells. I mean, I don't really know what a trillion looks like, but I can. When
number.
I say it, my body's like, oh yeah, I can do that. It's like our brains. Our brains are wonderful, but they don't even come close to what the heart and the body wisdom contains. It's different, right? The brain is very communicative and that kind of stuff, which is very important for being on earth, but the body knows so much. And just that remembering your friend is going to bake the cake instead of you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just relaxing into the
support
that the earth is giving you. Exactly. Do you have anything else to add?
Do you hear that?
Oh, yeah. It sounds like
the rustling of leaves. Oh, it's Scout.
Scout!
How
welcome.
Doing? What do you have for us here? Oh, wow. Looks like Scout came with an animal card that says, let me get a better look here. You see
owl
clearly now.
Which show, look at that owl.
Wow. That's really good.
Scout, thanks for that message. Well, I mean, Scout did not know what we were talking about today.
I think that's a pretty good message, though. Like when you ground, you actually do see clearer. I feel like it clears up a lot of space for you to be able, thanks, man. I really appreciate you showing up.
Yeah.
I feel like when you ground your energy, you really do see clearer, right? You begin to get more clarity and you begin to trust yourself. Right? And I think that's what Scout's trying to tell us is trusting our clarity. When we get that knowing, we can lean into it a little bit more. And start to like hone that. Are you laughing at Scout? He's just floating around.
I think he should hang out for our last song. I'm just gonna get his face up there.
You can hang out.
Oh, Scout.
We always like when Scout drops in, you know.
Him and the owl.
Okay.
But I really like his mouth. He's such a cutie. There we go. There's our smile. So we've been doing a process every morning. Is it a process or is it just blissing out? With an ancient Essene practice. Sam and I have gotten really interested in this text that has appeared from the Middle East that was brought over by a guy from Lebanon who gave it to a guy in California, and he's disseminating it if you happen to be crazy enough to find him on the internet. So we've ordered this book and we've been reading it, and one of our favorite things is the morning and evening communions. And every morning you connect with a force of nature, and every evening you connect with a force of spirit. It's kind of the, cosmic forces. Nature, earth being feminine, spirit, cosmic being masculine. And so today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is the force of the sun, and they call it the angel of sun. And working with the sunlight energies, so the ancient Essenes knew the power of sunlight. Not that it felt good, I mean it did, but it actually is penetrating into your organs. That's the power of sunlight. It's not pitch black inside your body, apparently. They knew that the photons of the sun can go through your body and into your organs for healing, for empowerment, for enhancing your vitality, your life force, your energy, your wellness. And they made a practice every morning of sunbathing, 15 minutes. And I think they did it naked. Not together. They had their own little private places.
And that could be a whole nother music and a message.
A whole different topic.
But if you want to play with that, you don't have to be naked.
No.
But you could take that your solar plexus. I always wondered about this, but solar, obviously is sun, and plexus meant like a ray of highways or like nerve ending. Yeah, it was very, very interesting to know that's what our solar plexus is called. So that's actually the point at which you can feel the sun coming into your body and nourishing you.
And from that point, it disseminates anywhere. So you can move it from here, like you need some sun in your shoulder. You can just shoot it through your body because apparently it's very sensitive there to the sun, which makes a ton of sense. So as today is Angel of Sun, and we're grounding and we're celebrating, the duality, cosmic forces, the sun, the earth. Our final song is called
today,
Children of the Sun. What'd you say?
I want to celebrate Scout today too.
Oh, cool.
And this song is actually called Sunshine Carry Me.
Oh, yeah.
But
Sam's
we do
right.
have another song, Children of the Sun.
We did Children of the Sun already. Check episode 1. Thanks.
1, 2.
Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away. Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away. Carry me to the simple life that I know is mine, that I know is right. All the way to the lit up high that I know I find in the sweet sunlight. Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away. Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away. Carry me to the simple life that I know is mine, that I know is right. When I find myself in the lit up high and I feel alive, hear the weight of life seems to lift up lighter than all the thoughts running on my mind. And I see the steps I can hear only lead to more sunshine, sunshine. Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away. Sunshine carry me, sunshine carry me away.
Carry us away. beautiful life that I know is mine, that I know is right. When I find myself in the lit up high and I feel alive, hear the weight of life seems to lift up lighter than all the thoughts running on my mind. And I see the steps taken here only lead to more sunshine, sunshine. Sunshine, carry me. Sunshine, carry me away. Sunshine, carry me. Sunshine, carry me away. Yeah. Sunshine, carry me, carry me, carry me away.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for letting us express the fun of the sun. Scout, we'll see you next time.
See you next time, bud.